Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paradise. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, join the tribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Don't forget about TikTok. Oh my god, check out my ring. I just found this in my jewelry box. I don't know, I bought it somewhere in China. Isn't that cool? Okay, so let's get on to the video. So this video is going to be a little bit different from other videos that I shot about traveling. I'm going to say how I would do Greece if I could do it again, which I think is very important, because even though like I did it a certain way, doesn't necessarily mean I would do it that way again. So I say this video is the perfect Greece itinerary for your first time going to Greece. Boom, let's get started. Okay, so I believe that Greece is such an amazing country, but it's one of those places where I would do like a perfect amount of the trip would be 5 days, 5 straight days, 4 nights or 5 nights. And that would be perfect to at least get a taste of the beauty of the country. And this is one of those countries that you want to visit multiple times in a lifetime. So if this is your first time going to Greece, definitely like this itinerary is going to be perfect for you. Day 1. I would stay at Athens Backpackers. So you land in Athens, Greece, and you want to go to this hostel, which I didn't stay in this hostel. I actually stayed in one called Athens Hawk, which I love that hostel too, but I wasn't crazy about the neighborhood. But stick with me here. So Athens Backpackers, I'll look up the actual name of the neighborhood it's in. I think it's called Monastraki. They're both in Monastraki. I can't pronounce anything. Monastraki station area. And I think where I stayed in Athens Hawk, and where my friend stayed at Athens Backpacker, they were like 15-minute walk from each other. But hers, like, it had that view. It had that amazing, amazing view. And it was in such a cute area. Okay. So, where I stayed in Athens Hawk, it had the best social scene. It had a rooftop bar, even though Athens Backpackers also had a rooftop bar. But it just wasn't as lit as the one that I had, the one I was staying at Athens Hawk. This is where me and my little sister, my May, where we met. And it had like, so Athens Hawk is where you want to go when you want to like meet people, pretty much. Athens Backpackers, which I'll put everything in the description below, both places. That's where you want to stay if you want to stay in this really cute, picturesque neighborhood. So you stay in the cute neighborhood, and then you go to Athens Hawk to what's it called, to go to the rooftop bar, or vice versa. Both places are pretty awesome. I just said that where I was staying, there just was nothing. It was not that cute. It was low-key looking a little bit hood. It was a little sketch. And then where Jade was staying at Athens Backpacker, it just had all these beautiful restaurants and architecture. And yeah, so you take your pick. So anyway, day 1, you go to one of these two places to stay. You get settled in. You have yourself a nice lunch. Everything is all about souvlaki. And what Jade loved was that what's it called? The fried cheese. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like fried cheese. She was crazy about that stuff. She was eating that every meal we had. She's like, can I get some of that fried cheese? And it was actually good because like you put like lemon on it. It was lit. Anyway, so I would say day 1, you arrive at your hostel or hotel. You can find hotels in that same area, but I'm a hostel girl. Either Athens Backpacker or Athens Hawk. And then you want to do an awesome, like, let's just say you got there early in the morning. You settle in. You want to do a food tour, like an Athens food tour. Also, you want to do an Athens photo shoot. Bear with me. So listen, whenever you go to another country, book you Airbnb experience. Okay, all of this will be there, like a food tour and a photo shoot. So that way you get to get all your bang for your buck. Like pretty much you got people taking good pictures of you. You getting the food on the food on the food, pictures. You go into Acropolis and all the like, you know, picturesque landmarks and scenic places. So Airbnb experience is your friend, okay? So that's day one. And you can go to like the museums and Acropolis, like everything is going to be in that area. And like if you stay at one of these hostels, any of the receptionists is going to like point you in the right direction and tell you how to find the right museums and everything like that. So let's just say that's like day one, day two kind of thing. But like for the dinner of day two, you need to do the dinner in the sky. Dinner in the sky, Athens. I put a video of that. That was like such a great experience. It was spectacular. The experience was really fun. Like it was drinks on drinks, and like you could see the whole city of Athens from high up in the sky, and it's not scary at all. You know, I am petrified by roller coasters, rides in general. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. This does not feel like any of that. It is very slow. It's like bumping music. You're sitting there drinking wine, having courses on courses on courses on courses on courses. The only reason why I didn't do it twice was because I think they have the same menu. Now, if they had a different menu, which I can't confirm, but I believe they do. But if they had a different menu like every day of the week, I would have gone another day. But day two, you know, you do your food tour day one, you know, maybe the museums and Acropolis and stuff like that. You want to fit all that like Athens stuff into day one. And, you know, and then after you finish the dinner in the sky, you go back to Athens Hawk, go to the Rooftop bar where they only have like, the drinks are like €4, like €4 glass of wine. Like, come on now, you can't compete with that. And then, you know, you meet people and you mingle. And then the next morning, day three, you go to Mykonos. Okay, how you get to Mykonos? You can either do Mykonos two ways. You can fly there. And when I flew, well, I didn't fly to Mykonos. I took the ferry from Athens, and it's really easy to get to the ferry. Like, just take a taxi there, and it's a port, and you want to get that done in the morning because like as early as possible, like in like crack of dawn. Because when I went during the day, it was a mess. Okay, in the crack of dawn, it just seems a little bit less overwhelming. Okay, it was like everything kind of flowed easier, and you can kind of like just take a nap, like the, you know. So you can either take the ferry, and the ferry, I told you in my last video, it's really easy to book. You just do ferries.gr. Or you can take a budget airline. Now there are multiple budget airlines, but the one that I took returning from Mykonos back to Athens was Sky Express. Okay, so you take the ferry or a budget airline from Athens to Mykonos, right? And when you get to Mykonos, I swear to you, you have to do the tour that I did. Like it was just a 1-day tour. So you get there, let's just say you have to get there in the morning, I would say. And I think the tour started pretty early, like maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning or 9 something in the morning. So you want to time it right. And like if you take the ferry, it's right there. like the taxi will take you directly to the dock of the tour. And that tour that I had, it included lunch. It was so much fun. I had a blast. It was beautiful too. Like I went by myself, but I met so many people and I had such a good time. And I thought the food was magnificent. Okay. So, and then in Mykonos, you want to do that. That's a whole day thing. And of course you want to like make friends when you get on the boat. So then you kind of like, you know, you figure out what people are doing after that. I think like places to go is like Paradise. You know, I just didn't like how you get around in Mykonos, but that was the same thing in Santorini. Like, you know, you have to have your phone working, and you basically have to book cabs in advance. Like you can't just call a car on the street. Like it just doesn't work like that. But I also took the bus when I was out there, and it wasn't that bad. Everything in Mykonos is like so catered to tourism that getting around, even though it's a little bit like of a hassle, like to get the cars because there's so many people, you still figure it out. So day 3, you do the whole Mykonos cruise thing that I did. I put the link in the description. Then you stay at whatever hotel. I stayed at Athens, what was it called? Mykonos Beach Hotel. Loved that hotel. I was in that hot tub all night. Like, even though, because like I think it was kind of, things were kind of closing early, or I went to Paradise and I was by myself and I just wasn't really feeling it, just because it was like the whole everybody shot. I'm like, I'm 28 years old, almost 29. Like, I just don't do this anymore. Like, I don't really want to be like pouring, like people pouring shot glasses or pouring shots in down my throat, and then you know, people dancing on tables like this and hearing like songs from the early 2010s. I'm okay on that. So if that's your judge, then you definitely want to go to Paradise. But otherwise, I don't know. It's the best nightlife things to do in Mykonos. I ended up like going to Paradise, staying for like 15 minutes. I kid you not. Like, I was just like, this is just not my vibe. This is not my vibe. If I was with somebody, I probably would have stayed longer. But I was like, where's Lindsay Lohan at? I don't see her. Okay, she's not here. I'm leaving. So I left and I went back to my Mykonos beach, so this is where I told you I had to like figure out how to call a car. They were like, the company was like, well, we don't have any cars right now. And I'm like, but I need to go. So I hopped on a bus and I just showed them like the name of my whatever. And they're like, okay, I'll tell you where to get off. And it all worked out. So I went back to my my hotel, and then I just stayed in the hot tub, and it was so lovely. Like, the girl who was the receptionist, it was just me out there. It was serene. I was in that hot tub for like 5 hours. I kid you not. And and then she ordered me all this food, and she just like kept bringing me wine. I'm just sitting in there like drinking wine, eating some Greek food. Yes. And then the next day I had like slept by the pool all day. It was very interesting. But anyway, so day 3, like I told you, the cruise, the Mykonos cruise, and then that I definitely recommend. Figure out what you like for your nightlife. I'm sure you'll meet someone and you'll figure out how to, like, you know, how to navigate and where to go and what to do. Day 4, you want to leave Mykonos, because Mykonos is expensive. Mykonos is expensive, so you want to be going back to Athens. So I stayed for this. I went to Mykonos twice. So the second time I stayed a night. The first time I went, when I did that cruise, I came back the same day. So I went in the morning from Athens, did the cruise, took the ferry back to Athens that night, and I got back at like 10 at night. So I was gone for like 12 hours. But we want to put all that in one thing. So yeah, then the next day, which you can like milk your bang for your buck, you want to get a flight from, like a cheap flight from Mykonos back to Athens. We're on day 4 now. You know, you figure out what day activities you want to do in Mykonos. They have something that's called like Little Italy or something like that. And a lot of people were talking about it. So do that. Fly back to Athens, right? Day 5. This is your last day. Okay, your very last day in Greece. You already did like the what's it called? The sites on day 1 and 2 of Athens, and got some of your like historical things going on. Now you're gonna go to Lake. Like, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Lake Vologamini. Oh my goodness. Me and my friend Jade, my little sister, we went there like on a whim. We didn't even know we were going there, like, because we had gone to a beach the day before, and it only took us 15 minutes to get there. And we told the receptionist, like, oh, can you get us a cab so we can go to the beach? The cab driver, and I remember I was spooked out. I was like, where is he taking us, girl? We've been in this car for like an hour. This is not right. This is weird. Yesterday we were in the car for only 15 minutes. We've been in here for 45. He ended up driving us all the way to Lake Vulugameni, and it was really late. It was already like sundown, and we swam in the lake for like 25 minutes because they were about to close. But anyway, I think you should go there for like a full day. And we were, after it closed, we were able to take the metro back into the city center, so it worked out all well. But like if we had gone there like early in the day, it probably would have been a lot better. But I mean, we were in there and at night and just like soaking up this like beautiful moonlight on the Lake Vulugamuni. It was so pretty, and the water was serene. Okay, so I would definitely say day 5, that's what you do. And then, you know, you can go back to Athens or the city center, get changed, you know, get dolled up, go to that like street that I was telling you guys about with all the like rooftop restaurants and the stairs. I'll put like the link as well. I don't remember what it was called, what they called that area. Let me think. I'll put the name here while I'm editing. Yeah, so that would be day 5. And then the next day you fly home. Boom. You got a good taste of Greece. Okay. And then for your next trip, you can do other things, you know. This is just your first stint, you know. And I'm just telling you what I would do if I were to go back to Greece. I told you in my other video that Santorini was totally overrated. Like, don't need it. So just do Athens and Mykonos for your first stint, and follow this itinerary and let me know if you like it. I'll put a very detailed itinerary in the description below. Okay, so follow that if you're like planning your Greece trip, and like trust me on this. Okay, you guys know I have your back. Okay, I have your back. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Tell me something good in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. And yay, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, love you guys. Bye.